Well, hey gang, how you doing? It's Jonathan again for Tailhunter International, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, and all of the action for the Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet down here, covering the action for the past week of the 25th of August to the 1st of September. Already the 1st of September. If you're watching this, hope you're enjoying a great holiday weekend. 3-day weekend, I think, up in the States this week. We don't have days off down here, but we're celebrating them anyway, so hope you're having a good one. Thanks for checking in. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for subscribing. So much to tell you about. Let's get started. I could do this the fast way or I could do this the long way. I know we call this the Mexican Minute, but I could seriously do all of this in less than a minute if I wanted to tell you how the fishing was this week. But let me show you how my week started out. For a moment here, stop everything, turn up the sound, and check this out. That's how the week started. Through August and September, October, these are our busiest months. We're fishing 30, 40, 50 people a day. The week started out so-so, just like last week, some Dorado, some of this, some of that. Not bad. Tuesday, I've got all these folks waiting on the beach, waiting at the hotel to get picked up. My boats are waiting in the water, and suddenly the clouds roll in. Now, these are called torritos. I've explained this before. They're baby hurricanes. They're not on the radar. All of a sudden, the heat that comes up from the ocean, all the moisture in there. We've got 60, 70, 80% humidity here. It just builds up and suddenly comes crashing down. We had thunder that sounded like your head was in a bass drum. Windows were shaking. The lightning, there was so much lightning that you could have read a book. That's how strong it was that morning. And it was crashing, then the rain came down. And these things passed pretty quickly, but this one lasted, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, some areas 2 or 3 hours. But the lightning was so strong. We saw some of the bolts hit the water. And I've got folks waiting on the beach. We're huddled under palapas, or they're waiting in the vans over at Las Arenas for things to clear up. Waves are kicking up. I've got captains sitting in the water with fishing rods on board. We've got lightning shooting all over the place. Folks in the lobbies of the hotel, we're just telling them, okay, chill. I've got phones to one ear talking to one captain. I've got my phone in the other ear talking to my guys out at Las Arenas. Are we going? Are we not going? Well, it looks like it's passing. It looks like it's slowing. No, wait, it's starting up again. It was a crazy morning, but we waited. We held everybody back for a while, finally got out in the water. I had my fingers crossed. Jill and I were cringing, not knowing how things were going to be. If it's unsafe, we'll come back. I'm more worried about wind than I am about rain. Everything passed, and then, surprisingly, here's what happened. We ended up having one of the best Dorado days of the season, if not the best Dorado day. And seriously, here's how I could summarize this whole week. I could just basically say it turned into Dorado-landia this week. The best Dorado week we've had of the whole season. It started with Tuesday, and it pretty much was solid all week. Not a lot of big ones, but, that fun 10 to 15 pound test. It was impossible not to catch a Dorado this week. Some boats, yes, did a little better than others. Others hooked a lot and lost fish, so they didn't come back with so many. But every day we were packing, 200, 300, 400 bags of Dorado in our fish packing plant every day. So everybody had fun. It was hard, like I say, not to catch Dorado. And they're scattered everywhere. You could go pick, one here, one there, slow down for a while, then pick up again. And at the end of the day, you got some, a stack of Dorado in the box. Or, like some folks said, it was slow all day, nothing was going on. We did some trolling. Captain was working really hard, nothing happened. Then boom, right before we come in, we hit that spot, that honey hole, and suddenly one rod goes off. And like I say, try to keep one close to the boat at all times because they're really social. You never know who they're swimming around with. And when one fish is eaten, the other guys all want to get in the chew. They want to join the party, start throwing some bait, and pretty soon another rod's going off, then another one's going off, and fish are flipping all around, and it's way fun. This is the kind of fishing we've expected all summer, and we're now just getting it. It's the last week of August. Like I said, winter hung on for a long time. We've still got cold water out there. So we had a great Dorado week. On top of that, top it off with some frosting. The yellowfin tuna over at Muertos Bay started biting, and over at Cerralvo Island. Not big fish, but it's that fun 20, 25, 40-pound fish. There were a couple larger ones that were lost, but just fun. You catch 3, 4 Dorado, then you hang a tuna, add onto that a bonita, 2, 3, 4 bonitas, some needlefish, some Jack Crevalle. and you've had a fun day. I mean, some guys, maybe they're coming in with, 5 Dorado and a tuna, maybe some Pargo, a little Cabrilla, but I talk to them, I go, what was your day really like? Well, this is what we brought in, but we caught and hung about 15 bonita. We also caught some little smaller rooster fish. We caught some smaller Pargo and a lot of other smaller Dorado, and we let all those go. So, gosh, thinking about it, I think we hooked probably 20 or 30 fish throughout the day. Just nice, solid action, which is way fun. Now, on top of the bonita, on top of the Dorado, some nice rooster fish also caught. It could be the fact that most people are chasing fish that they want to have some fish in their cooler to bring back or to bring to our Tailhunter restaurant to have cooked up for dinner. So there's not a lot of people chasing the rooster fish. But the couple times we did send some folks out, the big roosters are still here. There's some little tiny guys out there. But, the ones we did catch this week, respectable 30, 40, 50-pound fish, all released. So the guys who wanted rooster fish this week, they were able to check them off their bucket list. On top of it, those big dog-tooth snapper that we got at the end of fall last year and we usually see in the spring. These are those big boys. So they look like giant goldfish on steroids, and they've got big teeth, sharp gills, and they're in 20, 30 feet of water. These are the ones we're catching, 20, 30, 50-pound fish, and they're all muscled up and hunked out and ripped. There's bigger ones down there, and the way some of them are getting caught, imagine sending a whole 5 or 10-pound bonita on a big 10-aught or 5-aught hook down deep, or not even deep, I'm going to tell you 20, 30 feet of water, watching these things come out of their hole, and you're pulling and you're straining and they bust you off on the rocks. So we lost a lot, but we did get a couple. Check the fishing gallery this week. There's so much to show you. There's video in there. We've also got some mag-based stuff. We sent some guys out to Baja Magdalena for a couple days, and they nailed some big tuna, some grouper. They got snook and Pargo and a bunch of other fish. So stay tuned. Do not exit out or click off. The fishing gallery this week is pretty spectacular. But let me tell you one other thing. We also started getting those crazy cold water fish are still here. Sierra. Now, Sierra mackerel are a delicious eating fish. We get them in December. We get them in November or January. That's our bread and butter fish during those months. They're right here behind me. There's a bunch of tankers off here at the oil platform. Not oil platform, but we've got some storage tanks out here. So the tankers sit out here. Guys were going by there, and an hour and a half getting a dozen, 2 dozen of Sierra mackerel. I mean, like I said, these are delicious fish, make great ceviche. I used to throw them away because I thought, mackerel it can't be any good. But it turns out these are fantastic. They're basically baby wahoo. They're out here in the bay right now. If you wanted to just spend an hour or two out there and load up on them, I know they've got sharp teeth. So you want to use lures, you want to use wire, but they're eating live bait as well. But these fish are holding underneath these tankers, and there's Dorado under there as well, Jack Crevalle. So if you just went out here, I'd say probably 200 yards from where I'm sitting here at the beach. Go out there. The tankers are sitting there. They've been sitting there for a couple days, and they're holding all kinds of fish. And we're also still getting Pargo, still getting some amberjack, some rainbow runners. Again, a cold water fish, so I don't know what's going on. But I'll tell you what, normally it's been a real mixed bag of fish, but this is the week that we finally hit a solid bunch of warm water fish. The Dorado, the tuna, even had a couple wahoo hookups, although they busted off. A couple marlin floating around too. Didn't bite, but they're swimming around out there. So anyway, in a nutshell, that's the exciting stuff that happened this week. It's a little cloudy today. I hope we don't get another one of these torito baby hurricanes, but the weather so far looks like it's going to be pretty good this week if you're coming down. So looking forward to seeing you. Thanks for checking in. Hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Hope you're having a great holiday weekend. God bless, and we'll get back to you next week. And like I said, don't turn this off. We've got a great fishing gallery coming right up. You take care. God bless.
One of those big flat things? No? Pargo? Holy crap! Got it.